Exhalation, we release and surrender all that does not match all that is sacred. We welcome those in the sanctuary space and those watching remotely to our meditation portion of today's service. With our exhalation, we release all that does not match all that is sacred. Just let it go. Releasing through the pores of our skin, the soles of our feet, our exhalation. All that no longer serves us for our highest and best good is not needed any longer. We can bless and release with our exhalations. Again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhalation and release, let go of all that does not match all that is holy. By your willingness, let it go, surrender all that no longer serves. If it's not for your highest and best good, it is not needed, not required. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern, we're reminded that the power and the presence, the love, the grace of pure spirit, of pure intelligence, the creator of all creation is here and now in this place and space, in me and you. And so I invite you to rest in it. Imagine being held and rocked and cradled, perfectly loved, perfectly recognized, perfectly supplied, perfectly sourced, perfectly maintained, sustained, all needs met, on time every single time. And if you're willing, just wrap yourself in the blanket of this idea of the all good. Know that the blanket contains all that is most needed by your soul at this very moment in time. All divine source energy, all healing, all transformation, all revelation, all divine insight, and by your willingness, just wrap yourself in the immense good How much of your good are you willing to accept and proclaim, allow and permit? There's time to sink deeper still into the center of the I am that I am. How much of your good are you willing to receive this day? How much will you allow? How much will you permit? How much will you accept? And allow for the exhalations to release all that no longer serves, anything and everything in all categories. Every exhalation is a release. Bless and release all that no longer serves for your highest and best good. And let that energy go as well through the soles of your feet to Gaia Mother Earth to recycle, restore, refresh, repurpose. And if you're willing, allow for divine source energy to cleanse and help to release anything that's a lower frequency or vibration. With our inhalations, allow it to cleanse and purify every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of the being. All levels of consciousness. You can see it as pure light and love. Allow it to infuse. Allow it to heal and bless and prosper. Allow it to transform for your highest and best good. All lower frequencies and vibrations. And any remnants to slip away with the exhalations through the soles of the feet back to Gaia Mother Earth. As we bless and release, bless and release, bless and release. And if you're willing, see it as a continual energy stream, a divine energy stream meant for your highest and best good. Uniquely qualified to fulfill all desires, all of your needs by your command. Inviting you to take 3 exhalations out in a row if it's comfortable for you. Releasing any final remnants of all that no longer serves. Inviting you to wipe the soles of your feet through the ground or wherever supporting you. Just allow for any remnants to be released back to the nothingness from where they came. And all that remains is this pure divine source energy. The feeling tone of all needs met. And so inviting you on the inhalation to just allow for the entire being to fill with gratitude, gratitude and praise. Gratitude for this time of sacred stillness and remembering. Gratitude for spiritual community. And with each exhalation, bring yourself more fully back, 100% to the body temple. You may want to wiggle in the chair to be sure you can feel the chair or wherever you're sitting support you. You can tap the toes or feet to the ground and the fingertips together as you bring yourself fully back. And when you're ready and in your own time, gently allow the outer eyes to open, becoming aware of the sanctuary space, the temperature, one another. As we conclude the meditation portion of today's service, so thankful and grateful to each of you. I am. Namaste.
Everybody, good morning. Morning, Eileen. Thank you, Mark. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Then lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. They recognize the God in you. Hello. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And you're in the right place at the right time, just where you're supposed to be. And our souls are welcome here. Our souls are welcome here. I am getting that message loud and clear. Our souls are welcome here. My soul is 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 welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. And a pleasant good morning to everybody.
Ha! Comedians, such comedians. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our spiritual center here in Redlands, California. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. My name is Holly, and it's truly an honor and a privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit in the world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. If you are here with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to properly greet you. Hi. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your phones. Thank you.
Thank you. Time for our centering music. Never mind. Take your time, no need to hurry. Never mind. Just relax and let it go. Never mind. There's no need for you to worry. Never mind. Never mind. There's no point to all the bother. Never mind. Just relax and let it go. Never mind. It's always one thing or another. Never mind. If the future is uncertain, the past is dead and gone, and the present keeps slipping away. When the bleeding edge of now lies forever out of reach, where will I, when will I be okay? Whoa, whoa. Never mind. Are we asking the wrong questions? Never mind. About the things that we've made up. Never mind. Ever-present pieces in the never mind. You're protected and connected. Never mind. In the presence of the ever, never mind. Never mind.
So I invite you to take in with your inhalation the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Let's breathe that in, all the power, all the love, all the goodness, all the mercy, all the grace, all the healing, all the transformation, all the revelation, all the divine insights, all the infinite intelligence, all the source energy that's for our highest and best good. I know that this power and this presence powers me. I know that this power and presence powers each of you. I know that right where you are, God is. Right where you are, Spirit lives. Right where you are, divine intelligence lives. Right where you are, wisdom is. Right where you are, healing is. Right where you are, abundance is. Right where you are, divine right relationships are. Right where you are, divine health and wholeness dwells. So if you're willing to breathe that in, let's just breathe that in together. Knowing that everything that is for our highest and best good is at hand right here and right now. There's nothing to do, nothing to struggle or effort for, nothing to strive. Just to be still and receive, be open, receptive, for the highest and best good to continue to unfold with ease and with grace. It's from this place of unity, unification, and oneness that I speak a word, a blessing for today's service, allowing it to continue to unfold with ease, with grace, with harmony, with a surrender to the divine, knowing that every word that needs to be spoken shall be spoken, it shall be uttered, knowing that every healing, every demonstration, every manifestation, every revelation, every insight is available right here, right now, with no delay. It's the truth. Anything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed, any of our individual and all of our collective highest and best good, let it slip away with ease and grace and be replaced with the truth that God is at hand, life is at hand, spirit is at hand, divine intelligence is at hand, this wisdom is at hand. And I invite us to breathe that in together. And trust and know as we build faith together in spiritual community that the truth with the capital T is always unfolding. Always has the final word, always has its full sway. And so if you're willing to allow it this day, let's allow it by creating an even more fertile atmosphere in the sanctuary space for only good to grow. We continue to weed the unconscious and subconscious mind of anything and everything that no longer serves us. For our highest and best good, we pull it, release it, surrender it with our exhalations, release it through the soles of our feet to Gaia Mother Earth to recycle, refresh, restore, repurpose, make new. And bless and release all that it took for us to be here in this very present moment in time. Think about it. Bless and release, bless and release, bless and release. So now, as we always do, we speak the words out loud, the names of those in our prayer ministries, those that are calling for prayer on your heart. We pray about them, never for, always about them. So let's speak our own names out loud first in the sanctuary space. Brother Mark. Speak now the names of those you're holding in highest prayer, seeing them rightly, seeing them as perfect, whole, complete, seeing them as a masterpiece of the divine. Just say the names out loud in the sanctuary space. We're going to speak a birthday blessing for Ellen Marie Drummons Curtis. Ellen Marie Curtis Drummons. All the ways you pronounce Ellen Marie's last names. Sending her birthday joy this day, and sending blessings for healing and transformation to all those we're holding in our hearts and have said out loud in the sanctuary space. I know that Spirit makes a way where I may not know the way or I may not see the way. And I see beyond appearance. I can see with right seeing. I can see with divine eyes. The wholeness, the unconditional love, the magnificence, the eternality, and the grace of each of these that we have said out loud, each of these names we have held. Spirit created, Spirit knows every hair placed on the head of each person we've named. See them in this perfection, see them in this love, see them in this light. And now we take the idea of peace that must start within ourselves to the idea of peace in the world. Let's try that together. Let's breathe in peace with a capital P. It allows for to fold into it all the lower frequencies and vibrations, so we can try to find peace first within ourselves. See if we can access that now. And we send our peace throughout the sanctuary space, through the double doors, through the rooftops, into the city. See it as an energetic frequency. We're going to take the peace now and go through the state. See the peace now permeate throughout the United States. See the peace go to the galaxies, the stars, the seas, the mountains, the oceans. See it cross the oceans to all the places in struggle, conflict, strife, war. Call forth for the peace that passes human understanding to be made manifest on earth right here, right now. See for world leaders changing their minds and policies and positions toward peace right here, right now. No explanation required. Let's command it together with our intention, so that our frequency is the highest frequency and therefore sweeps all lower frequencies into it. See humanitarian aid, food, supplies reach those in most need. They're everywhere. See peace prevail on earth, in all places. And I invite you to rest on this rock of truth with me, knowing that we shall not be moved nor swayed from this place till we can see
all that we are is a result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. Buddha. The universe does not know whether the vibration that you're offering is because of something you're observing, or something you're remembering, or something that you are imagining. It just receives the vibration and answers it with things that match it. Abraham Hicks. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. We have been uniquely and meticulously created in divine life, so that we can intimately hear and discern the great spirit of love abiding inside of our hearts. Muji. Thank you.
There's a burning feeling in the bottom of your soul that only your heart understands. Everybody's got a little love inside to give away. All you really need is a chance. Well, time is wasting, but you don't have to wait another minute. Let your dreams take you to the limit. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Even if you never had a moment in your life when you were free enough to let yourself go, it's okay to take a little leap of faith sometime, or how will you ever know? The world is waiting for you to share the gifts that you've been given. It's never too late for a new beginning. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Break out, break through. Break out, break through. Break out, break through. Break out, break through. Even if you never had a moment in your life when you were free enough to let yourself go, it's okay to take a leap of faith sometime, or how will you ever know? The world is waiting for you to share the gifts that you've been given. Never too late for a new beginning. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. I hear you out there, sing with me. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your ever-loving light shine on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented and fabulous Al Yankee. Thank you so much. Appreciate you and love you. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to CRS Redlands. How you feeling? Can you feel it? Can you feel? Oh, you're here, Judith. Nice to see you. Welcome. So it's so good to have you back, Christy, as well. It's good to see you. Good to have Nathan back. Nathan was here more than 10 years ago, so we welcome Nathan back. And so let's just take a moment to be together in this sacred moment. Can you feel? I feel a sacred moment. Can you feel it? And it's interesting because I was at an ordination in San Bernardino for Reverend George Hahn III, and the words came out from someone there that it said, we may never have this exact configuration again. And isn't that the truth? And what a blessing it is to be together, because we should never, no matter where we are, we don't know that we'll ever be in that same exact configuration of souls and spirits. Isn't that interesting? And so I want to, especially as the holiday season's now fast approaching, I can feel it, right? The accelerator pedal's on if you go out anywhere now, a little bit more than usual. We can just take a moment to be together in this idea of sacred space, and also knowing that the configuration may never be the same. So I want to make sure we honor that and recognize that. So for those who don't know who I am, I want to be polite and introduce myself. I'm Brother Mark. I am a practitioner emeritus, so that means in science of mind teaching. I took the classwork from 1996 to 2000 and have been serving various centers in Southern California since that. Okay, so if there's questions after that, you can see me privately and we can do that. But I feel like since people are coming back and there's new people and people watching remotely, it's always polite to introduce oneself. And there you go. And so if you want to watch more of what's been happening here, we're very blessed. Thank you, David, and the sound booth and our technology. Listen, it's a record now of years and years of services. You can go watch it whenever you want. And the best part is you can fast forward through the parts you don't want. You could sit. Yeah, it's all good. It's in Facebook. It's on also YouTube. There's a YouTube channel. So I encourage everybody to do that. Today, we're going to talk about the will. And before I get to that, it's coming from a little booklet. You can see the color copy, right? It's a teeny little booklet that was last printed in the 1970s, right? So think about how many years ago, what is that, 50-some years ago, was the last printing. And it's things that I needed a reminder of. I'm hoping you're okay with the reminder of it. Have you been enjoying it? And it's this, I'm grateful. Somebody mentioned that last week was a little complex. So if you want to watch that online again, you can. We have handouts, so I want you to not worry about taking notes. If you do, it's fine, but you don't have to. You're going to get a handout after of everything that's going to be talked about today. So I want you to just be in the beingness and the togetherness and see how it goes. Because I'm going to read from it, and then I want us to explore together some of the simplicity. Holly was perfect with the reading and the quotes. My goodness. Confucius has to nail it every time, right? That life is really simple, but we can make it super complex, right? And so the idea of the will is today's talk title. And so I'm going to get right into it in a moment, but I wanted to ask first, like, when I say the will, like, what's really coming up? Like, what do you hear when I'm saying the will? You saying God's will? Lisa's saying that. Volition is choice, right? Holly's saying that. When I'm saying the will? Destiny. Can't be. The will. What are you feeling? Like, what's just, if maybe you're feeling nothing, that's okay, and you're just open. The will.
To be happy.
To be happy. The will. You hope you're in it, right? That's a good point, because the will. Iris?
The ever first decision we make.
Beautiful. The very first decision we make. Wow. And so where does that come from? Like, where does the decision making come from? Just out of curiosity for you. Wait, let's hold on. Just asking, hold on. Where does the first decision come from?
It must be from some divine source.
I love that. It must be from some ma. Okay. Holly? You had something. It's okay. Gilman? Courage. The will. Desire.
You gotta believe in yourself, you can't be no one else.
Very good. Thank you. Randy, thank you. You have to believe in yourself. It can't come from anyone else, right? I'm going to say it that way. Does that sound right? Feel right? The will. Soul. Some people are okay with that. Some are. Yes, you have your hand up? Or are you scratching your head? Okay, very good. He's saying, let me break it down as you're going. Try to remember your thought. He's saying that we're all individuals, and yet there's a universal intelligence that we can tap into. Oh, my goodness. That's pretty much the sermon. Because the will, right? The will. It wasn't like your will. It wasn't. But and at the same time, is it? I think we're. I think we're co-conspirators. I think we're co-creators. Can you be with that idea? The will, Rosemary.
That there are two wills.
Are there?
That we have ourselves, right? We will to go get something to eat or whatever. But then the deeper will, the will that cannot be willed, which is like destiny.
Okay, let me break it down because I don't know that people can hear you. So that you're saying there's two wills, and there's a one will that is like where we make decisions to go to eat, simple things. What was the second part? And destiny, you're saying.
That connects into the global consciousness
Okay, and the will that connects into the global consciousness for the good of all. Very good. Of all mankind. My goodness, that's perfect too. That can be an affirmation that we could all be into, right? And at the same time, Nathan, the manifestation of the all mind. That's good. And we always want to clarify that it's of for good. Because I think what we're seeing, and I think many of us are feeling, and many of us might experience for I don't know how long, because in spirit there's no time, right? And in the universe, I'm going to come right back to you, Randy. In the universe, we want to go through the drive-through of things. And also we get mad if there's more than 4 or 5 cars ahead of us. Right? We want to go through the drive-through and we give you exactly 60 seconds to fulfill all these things. Right? With correct change and the hottest hot sauce. Okay, Randy? Make mankind the way God intended. Interesting. What's the last part of what you're saying? Everybody's applauding and I couldn't hear the last part of what you're saying. The way that God intended it to be, right? And we don't know, I don't know what that is. And so it's up for each of us to find what that is for ourselves, right? It's very, very important when we're talking about the will. And I might even have to go back to one of the quotes, Holly, that you read in the reading because it was really powerful. I think I have it here. It has to be for the highest and best good. It has to be unconditionally loving. And it really can't harm anybody. If it's of spirit, and this is just my opinion, if it's of spirit, if it's of the universe, it can't harm another. Does that make sense? So we're about to see possibly a great awakening where it's going to require multitudes of people to be saying all the things that were said today for the will in the audience today. We're about to see it. We're going to experience it. And when things don't feel right or don't feel good, do we just sit there or do we do something to take action steps toward this universal good? Lady with the hand up, are you going to go a long time? Because I'll give you the mic if so.
I don't know.
Okay, well, here we go. Because I'm going to go back to the reading after.
I don't know. For me, during this time, emotional roller coaster, until I realized with the help of just hearing other people's disappointment and where we should be going with this, is the resolve and the commitment that we each have to live a sacred life, where we don't harm anyone, where we try and help our fellow man, and continue to do what we know is right, with our head down and maybe, and really focused in order to get through this time.
There's a commentator named Jen Psaki who said something really powerful. She said, after taking the time for reflection, she goes, realize there's also great power in this moment. And that was beautiful. So the will. I think we're on track, right? For the will. So I'm going to start. I want to read back one of the quotes. I think you might have caught it. And then I'm going to go right to the reading. And I'm going to kind of go a little bit fast through it. And then just want you to, if you want me to repeat something, just raise a hand. Because a couple of the parts are so simple. I want to focus on that. Because it's a way of beingness to be more connected to the will. Doesn't that sound good? It's right in there from 50 some years ago in a simple little pamphlet. It's really only that big. And most of the chapters are really small. So the quote I want to repeat is from Abraham Hicks. Hallelujah read it. It said, "The universe does not know whether the vibration that you're offering is because of something you're observing or something you're remembering or something that you are imagining. It just receives a vibration and answers it with things that match it." Has everybody caught that? Right. So if we don't like, and we talked about this all month, everything's coming out of this subconscious. Seed, soil, plant, spirit, soul, body, right? Everything comes, spirit is everywhere present, coming through the subconscious, which is our soil of what we create for our life. And our life is the manifestation, demonstration of all the things that we're thinking. Our lives are motion pictures of our thoughts and beliefs. So if we want to edit something, we have to know which portion we're going to edit. We have to clip it. We have to release it, right? We don't get to see the edited parts of films, scripts, all these things, right? And we can bless and release all the edits. That's the same as when we were embracing that sacred moment, remember, of the togetherness in the beginning. I was kind of overwhelmed by that. It's the same idea. It doesn't matter what each of us had to drop off to get here to this present moment. We can learn to love one another anyway, right? Only one person nodding their head. I know who to go to, David, after Nathan. Nathan, see David. So we go, so let's see how this seems as an affirmation. I can love you. I can love you. Anyway. All right, can you? I can love you anyway. I didn't say I would like you, right? I could say, I'm saying I can love you. I can love you anyway. Yeah, doesn't that feel good? Yeah, because we're going to need a lot of that to get through all the functions that are coming up. I can love you anyway. All right. Yeah. That's, to me, even more powerful than like, because it's like it's fuller to me, like that we're, even despite whatever we've all been through individually, it's this idea of the will of love, right? When Randy was saying how, like, what's the golden rule of all the great spiritual teachings? Treat others as you would like to be treated, right? The neighbor as thyself. Okay, so I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to go kind of fast. So if you need to raise a hand, I'll try to look up for it. I would like to invite you to just allow the outer eyes to close if you want, and you want to be present. If you insist on watching me read, you can. But I want to make sure you can take some of this in. It's just a couple pages, but it's a lot of words. You ready? The will is a directive power rather than a creative agency. Man never really creates anything. We merely use a creative force. The creative force is not coerced. It is recognized and used. It is the office of the will to hold thought in place long enough to do this. We combine and distribute the operation of a power which already is. Everybody caught this far? We know this is true in all physical sciences, and it's no less true in the science of mind. We do not create energy, we use it. We provide conditions through which it may flow along the line of our desire. The will consciously decides what we're going to think, but it's never the real creative agency. If we think of the will as directive rather than creative, and think of the inner feeling of conviction, it's giving real life to our intention and receptivity. And also, we think of faith in the invisible as necessary to all our work. We shall have a right mental attitude and outlook. There's no strain on the mind or the nervous system in this process. There is never any clash of mental powers, but rather a peaceful attitude and, of course, a consistent determination. This no way denies the importance either of the will or the intelligence, for both are necessary functions in the creative order. Is everybody okay so far on this? The will is a conscious directive power, but never seeks to compel. We should develop the ability to focus by definite intention rather than to concentrate by any form of coercion. In doing this, we should surrender itself to the thought that once having given direction to the creative power, it must be willing to take any part in objective life that is necessary. It may now relax and permit the power to work for it. It does not try to peer around the corner to see if the thing is really going to happen. And then if you could open your eyes just for a second. It's like when we plant the seeds in the soil. Have you ever overwatered a garden and watched all the seeds just flow away? Because you're wondering if they really take root? That's exactly what was just said. It's also the way we pray. If you look at the affirmative prayer and want to take a picture, the 5 steps of affirmative prayer on the wall, just take a picture with your cell phone. We're always to go into the feeling tone that it is done, it is complete. We're to enter the energetic that it is so. And that's where we remain after we speak our word. Right? That's why the step before the release of a prayer is gratitude. Is everybody with me? All right, let's keep going. You may allow the outer eyes to close if you wish. We bring our intelligence into play to be certain that we are making a right use of the law, and particularly to be certain that we are willing to experience the consequence of such use of the law. Having done this, we refuse mentally to accept any opposite viewpoint. And that's something I'd like to repeat. In science of mind, right, we're practitioners of truth. We're speaking our word. When we make a declaration, it's like a proclamation of what we expect. And I want to invite everybody to stay solid in that space. In this way, we consciously create new conditions. The will gives us the self-control not to compel nor to coerce, but to live in constant agreement with our own word. If we try to will things to happen or spend too much time in strenuous mental concentration, we are likely to defeat the very purpose we wish to attain. The very strenuous approach is a denial of the spontaneous flow of the power we are using. We must free the mind from all anxiety. The law is always working and never needs any rest. We should dwell quietly and serenely upon this fact. I want to just repeat that one. Maybe you guys got it. We must free the mind from all anxiety. Did you catch it? Good luck. Action informs anxiety. Absorbs. Action absorbs anxiety. Very good. Right, very good. So we could take action steps toward what we are in alignment with, right, for the will. Very good. So we have to do things and learn a new way of being to reduce the anxiety, right? Because when we were, like, a lot of things connected to things that already happened in today's service. If I invite you to rest on a rock of truth with me about peace, right? That's a tough place to be. We're going to stand on this rock of truth with 2 or more gathered, knowing peace shall prevail on earth. Now, we don't wait for a future. And we may be hit by waves, we may even be hit by shrapnel. It does not mean that we are changing our mind or we're going to be coerced. It doesn't mean that what we're saying is not spiritually true. It just means it's on its way, it's coming. It never appears fast enough for humans because we've been converted into the drive-through right now. He's talking too long. It should have been over. Where am I going next? Iris.
I'd like to ask you, Rick's comments.
You want to speak in the mic real quick? Just let me bring it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to speak to Rick's comments. Go ahead.
Just to add, action is the antidote to depression. Action is the antidote to frustration. Action is the antidote to depression, frustration, anxiety.
Very good. Now these are some powerful affirmations. I'm so glad you said it in the microphone. Everybody got it? Yeah, so, and it's right action for you, right? What's for you is maybe not for me. And then I want to love you anyway, and including all the action you're taking based on your intention of the will, right? It's not for me to judge anybody else's steps and actions. Okay, I'm going to read fast again. You may allow the outer eyes to close. No matter how deeply philosophical our thought may be, there should always be a mental relaxation. We should spend a certain amount of time in meditating upon what we are rather than upon what we wish to do. Let me repeat that. We should spend a certain amount of time in meditating upon what we are rather than upon what we wish to do, since this opens up a larger possibility. It is really seeking that larger kingdom in which the possibility of all lesser things is included. Did everybody get it?
You know, the thing with meditation is it does give you space in between thoughts.
Meditation gives you space in between thought.
Even if it's a negative thought, you have that space.
Even if it's a negative thought, you have the space.
You don't have to act.
So you don't have to act, right? And a lot of times, and maybe especially now, because we like to offer practical tools, you can encapsulate anything like a cloud and just let it pass by. And no, it'll come, you can let it pass by. We don't have to chase every cloud right now in this moment. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to oversimplify. And especially when you want to sink deeper into meditations, thoughts will come through and you don't want to try to deny them. You can just kind of encapsulate them, let them pass, and it'll come back. It'll circle back around for us to, right. Very good. We have a oneness with the whole. Do we? Of course, it's a capital W. So let's say it as an affirmation if we believe it. I am at one with the whole. Are we? We can be. And sometimes it's a little daunting. I'll be honest, right? Sometimes it's a little daunting. We can't take on every single thing. And at the same time, we are part of the whole. Right? We are the feet, the mouthpiece, the hands of spirit on earth. Sir. Above the heavens, filling the universe. Very good. Thank you, Randy. He's going to be a preacher now. There's nothing selfish about this idea, since it's true of everyone. Okay, did you guys be with me? There's nothing selfish about this idea, since it's true of everyone. We must enter into the spirit of life if we expect that life, which is spirit, to pass through us. Our attitude should be purposeful, and we should never allow the will to relax its control over our mental attitudes. This is a control of decision rather than of coercion. Our ability to demonstrate rests in our inner recognition that we are one with the Supreme Spirit. We are individualized centers of God consciousness. It's everything that was just said. The will is given us to use as directive agency, but not as a creative force. The will never coerces, compels, or supplicates. It merely comes into agreement with. It merely determines to hold thought in place long enough to permit right action to take place. And I have a note here that this is how we build faith, right? We build faith in the unseen, right? The great life principle is always surging to express itself and needs no coercion. It does, however, need direction, just as we would direct electricity or any other natural force. The will is a tool, the will is an implement. Backed by feeling and conviction, by acceptance and grateful recognition, the will permits the creative force to do something for us. It does not concentrate this force, it merely looses it into definite action. Everybody's got it? Should I repeat that? Okay. The great life principle is always surging to express itself and needs no coercion. It does, however, need direction, just as we would direct electricity or any other natural force. The will is a tool. The will is an implement. Backed by feeling and conviction, by acceptance and grateful recognition, the will permits the great creative force to do something for us. It does not concentrate this force. It merely looses it into definite action. You got it? It's how we pray in Science of Mind. The step before the release of the prayer is gratitude for the word spoken. Did you have something to add? Is it long?
I'll wait.
No, don't wait. Just say it, because that's part of the will.
It's kind of little. I have a new understanding with this of our symbol here, that as Mark talk about the well, I see it in the sign. I see this in this symbol. This is the spiritual field. This is the whatever energy there is. Somehow it congregate, coagulate into something by, if it's mysticism, it would say it's mysterious cause. Then it become a well. Shooting down. Look, we are in the sphere of the earth, material world. We enjoy the sun, the same thing, the air, the sun, the wind, all the elements. So this is the universe, this is the prevalent, this is prevalent. But the soul is separated. Everything's here connected, but this is separate. How? Because the soul, the soul, S-O-U-L,
yeah, S-O-U-L, and right.
is individual.
Spirit, soul, body, right.
Is individual. This is collectively owned. This is collectively owned, but this is individually owned, this area. And the only thing we can make it work is pour the force to the well. And then it grow to a known future. That's why we have a little curve. But this straight line down is the well.
Very good. That was perfect. Did you see how the will works? So when Iris was correct to say, body, soul, spirit, soul, body. And I was saying soil because sometimes we say seed, soil, plant, which is the subconscious, right? That we have to weed all the time. The teaching symbol, Home's teaching, one thing I liked about it is we don't lock the doors and not let anybody leave. If somebody wants to come back after 10 years, you come back. Right? I always say Science of Mind people, we're kind of like feral cats. Right? We're looking for good smelling food, but we can bite you and scratch you. So the tilde means it was always meant to be open at the top. We've talked about this. For quantum physics, for these self-driving cars that are happening now, right? The teaching was always meant to improve and be open at the top. Thank you, Iris. That was beautiful. So now I'm going to conclude for today's The Will. You ready to take it home? Let's take it home. I must always remember that my will is merely an instrument of the Spirit within me. It enables me to focus my attention, but I do not have to use it to compel. The Spirit and the law are not reluctant forces waiting to be coerced. The Spirit is the life-giving warmth and color of the universe, diffused through everything. The Spirit is my spirit now. The law is my ever-obedient servant. Isn't that beautiful? Let's say one part of this together as an affirmation. The Spirit is the life-giving warmth and color of the universe. The Spirit is my spirit now. Is it? All right. So, one other thing. The will can be active, passive, or neutral. It can consciously draw in, consciously give out, or consciously remain in a state of equilibrium. In the state of equilibrium, it's neither receiving nor sending out. It's enjoying its own being, much as we would enjoy the beauty of a sunset. Did you catch a little bit more today? Let's make sure that we're complete from the notebook. Almost. I have a couple more affirmations that we'll close with. I shall use my will as a directive agency only. I shall not try to force situations, but permit them to take place. I shall use my will and intelligence in this way. I shall refuse to believe that appearances either create or govern themselves. I shall remain true to principle, to be faithful to my trust in the invisible. Would you consider that? Let's say that last one as an affirmation. I shall remain true to principle. I shall be faithful to my trust in the invisible. Very good. Now, whether my thought gets off its pathway, I shall use my will and determination to bring it back, to focus it, but without any attempt toward mental concentration. I shall be careful not to coerce or hold thoughts or try to compel things to happen. In this way, I shall blend my will and my inward emotion with definite decision. I know that all the power there is already for me, and there's nothing against me. Now you know why I had to get to this part. We have to say that out loud. Ready? I know that all the power there is already for me, and then there's nothing against me. Do you guys got that today? If we can walk out of here today with just that, I feel really good about that. Let's do it one more time. Where am I? I know that all the power there is, it's already for me. And there is nothing against me. All right. That's in the visible, and it says right in the book, or the invisible. Therefore, at all times I shall be mentally relaxed. When I'm mentally relaxed, I shall also be physically relaxed. My work will be done with ease rather than with strenuous effort. I shall enjoy doing it because it will be more like painting a picture than trying to create a form. I shall remain joyous, spontaneous, expectant at all times. And if at any time my thought departs from this, quietly and patiently, I shall use my will to put it back in place. I shall remember at all times that it is life that gives. I am its beneficiary. Let's say that part as an affirmation. It is life that gives. I am its beneficiary. See, Phil, you got in the will. And the last words of this section, quietness, confidence, and peace, coupled with absolute certainty, is the method I shall follow. So let's just say that and we'll be complete. Quietness, confidence, and peace, coupled with absolute certainty, is the method I shall follow. And so it is.
And so it is. Okay.
And so now the ushers are coming forth, or usher, it's time for our conscious giving. I invite you to bless your tithes and your gifts and your offerings. Know that the center has served the city already 70 years. Can you believe it? And we're hoping for another 70 plus years, right? So give, and then if you can, stretch and give. Stretch and give. And there's an affirmation we can say together. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. And thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And so I invite the congregation to outstretch our hand toward the offerings received. And we know that it is enough and sufficient to sustain and maintain CRS Redlands, because it was a spiritual idea as part of the will, right? So everything it needs is working together for its highest and best good. Anything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed it has no more power. And we just know that the will shall be done, correct? Individually and collectively, we bless it now and let it be so, and so it is. Thank you. Holly, you have the announcements. They're coming up. Come on up. And thank you, everybody who was part of the metaphysical fair yesterday as well. Okay, here we go. You got it? Is there a mic on? Yeah.
Announcements. Join us for Rake Thanksgiving, Redlands Area Interfaith Council, 4 p.m. on Sunday, November 17th. Congregation Emmanuel, the temple, is located at 1496 Ford Street, up the hill on the left side of the street. Our center has been asked to do the invocation for this event, so your participation and support is most welcome. Mark's going to be doing that. Bring 1 or 2 pies to share as dessert. You are also invited to stand, if you are able and wish to, for the closing song as the ushers open the back double doors. Stay with us after service for potluck snacks and fellowship time. Thank you for being here with us today.
Cool.
Yay!
So grab your shakers. I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fear. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? But now we know I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open, loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open, loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. Gone away. No more separation. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open, loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open, wide open, wide open. There's goodies in the back.